Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This video will be about interviews. I'll make it very short because the previous video got lengthy. Interview questions might be different for all places, but I'll post an example of questions you might receive. The important thing about interviews is preparing for the interview, okay? With the questions I have posted, practice answering them around your families and friends. That will help you get into the mindset of communicating your thoughts very well. And you cannot do that if you don't practice often. And usually there are no wrong or right answers. It's just about communicating your thoughts well, standing by your opinion, and that your opinion is supported with evidence, and that your answer shows you have really thought about your response, okay? So most interviewers are looking for your level of knowledge and your ability to think about a topic on a level that's higher than just yourself. And you guys have passed your matrix, so I have no doubt on your level of knowledge. It's just a matter of communicating your answer well and presenting your answers to them. And that comes with practice, as I just mentioned. Again, I'll repeat this, show them you are a well-rounded person. And you cannot do that if you don't know what's going on in the world. So I encourage you to read about what's going on in the world, stay connected, know about issues that affects you and the people around you, okay? Another point of the interview is for the selection committee to get to know you more and to see if you fit in their program or meet their criteria. This means it's up to you to convince them that you fit in their program. So in order to know if you fit in their program, you need to know the program itself, right? That's obvious. Second, you need to know yourself. So for example, in UWC Sudan, sometimes during their interviews, they ask students why they applied to UWC. So one is a person who's applying to UWC would need to know UWC and who they are and what their values are. For example, UWC emphasizes global citizenship, which means they want their students to embrace social responsibility to act for the benefit of all societies. And second, you need to know yourself. So have you done anything in the past that shows global citizenship? And then give me a specific example. What you want is to demonstrate that your values and whatever the program you're interested in values are the same, that they align, okay? The point of the interview also is for them to believe in you, because interviewers are going to be the ones to speak on your behalf on why you deserve a seat on their program or why you deserve a scholarship. So the better you can show them and have them believe in you, the better chance you have of getting selected. Okay. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will. Okay. So every answer that you have, the way that you're representing yourself, believe in yourself, and stand by your stance. Just a few things to keep in mind. If you have an interview coming up, make sure you dress appropriately for the interview. Most of the time, suits are advisable, but if you don't have one, wear something that's close to business attire. And of course, don't interrupt the interviewer when they're talking. Be respectful, smile, make eye contact, and a good, strong handshake when you meet your interviewer. It's all about your confidence. And if you're not naturally confident, fake it or convince yourself for the remaining time of the interview. Third, make sure you are answering the questions. If you don't understand their question, you can definitely ask them to clarify it. You can say, oh, do you mean this? Or if a question is new and you need time to think about it, you can let them know that too. You can say, oh, this is a great question and a question I will have to think about. I mean, don't spend too much time sitting there silently, but you can definitely take the time to think before you respond. Fourth, stay away from negative stories or terms. Remain positive throughout the whole interview. What I mean by this is don't insult people or talk negatively about others. As I mentioned before, I'll post interview questions for you to practice. Mostly the interview questions, it depends on what program you are interested in, but some of them are very similar. So I'll post them, practice them with your friends, with your teachers, with your families. Before I end this video about interview, I want to briefly talk about UWC because I have mentioned it a lot in these past two videos. I'm not making a separate video for this because the application is straightforward and easy to follow. However, if you would like more help on this, you can email me. I will gladly make another video for you guys. So if you're not aware, UWC is an international baccalaureate program for high school students between the age of 15 to 17. Okay, most African students ካብ ኣፍሪቃ መፂኦም ዝመሃሩ ዘለዉ ደቂ ትምህርቲ ሕጅብ ምሳይስ ብUWC መገዲ ገይሮም ዝመፅኦም. So it's a great opportunity. ብዙሕ ማዕፆ ከፍተልኩም ይኽእል እዩ. I'll post on the website information on how to find the application form. I just want to take the next minute to quickly tell you important information. First one is know the deadline. Usually it's December 15, but it might change. So be aware when the deadline is. If the application closes, you won't have a chance to submit your answers. I recommend that you rely on my first video to respond to the essays. For example, the first question is, what is your favorite subject? Don't just write computer science and move on to the next question. Tell me why you find computer science interesting. Have you done anything to continue learning computer science outside of school? Write as much information about you as possible. Another important information is you need a reference or a letter of recommendation. And the first letter of recommendation has to be from a headmaster or your principal in your school or the director of the school. For example, in HOE is Teacher Faris. So ask Teacher Faris ahead of time to write you a letter of recommendation. The questions that he needs to answer are in the application themselves. They're very straightforward and easy to answer. The second letter of recommendation has to be from someone who knows you very well and can positively write about you. It can be from anyone, maybe from a teacher whose class you enjoyed or an employer. It just cannot be a family member, okay? If the people you ask are not familiar with letter of recommendation and have not written one before, I will post an example of what a good letter of recommendation looks like. So direct them to this website before you write one. Lastly, as Eritrean refugees, you need legal documents. So ask your mother or father if you have a refugee status that is recognized by UNCHR. It is important that you have this document because if you get selected by UWC Sudan, you will be traveling to a different country to complete your 2 years of education. So before you even write your responses, before you even start anything, ask your parents if you have your documents ready, your refugee documents ready. Okay, so this will be the end of the video. I highly recommend, I will make a website soon. I highly recommend that you regularly check the website and tell your friends to check this website. I will update it with the resources that and programs and scholarships that you qualify for. If you need help or you have questions information wise, go to the contact us tab and then email me. I'll respond as quickly as I can. All right, have a good day, everyone.